embarrass anybody by saying, okay, how many people have ever had anybody ask them, why do you have such hope in the face of death? But that's what this is saying. When people ask you why you have this living hope, why are you so hopeful? Then you can give a reasoned, logical, articulate answer explaining why you have this hope. Now, some people are going to have a more logical, more reasoned explanation from others. God isn't saying in this verse that be ready to give a defense like Paul would give. He didn't say that. He didn't say be ready to give a rational defense of the gospel like John Calvin would give, or like Darby would give, or like Scofield would give, or like, you name it, fill in the blank of a good Christian thinker. He just says be ready to give your answer, the best you can do. Remember, it's not your explanation that's going to convince them. It's God the Holy Spirit. But we have a responsibility to give the best, most logical, most reasoned answer to why we have this living hope. So we're back in our passage in Romans 5:2. There's a progression here I want you to notice. We rejoice in verse 2, we rejoice in hope of the glory of God. And that same word that's used there, which is the Greek word kalkaomai, that word is used again in verse 3. Usually most translations don't translate it with the same English word. Some will say we glory in hope in verse 2, and then we rejoice in adversities in verse 3, or they change that around, or they'll use another synonym, we boast. But it's the same word in both places, and it has to do, I think there's a difference between